Now, you've traveled around the country with your film. What has changed in the time that, when you were in school to now? Would you say that things have improved, or what are some of the issues that have come up that are either the same or different?
It's really interesting, actually. I've been to over 300 high schools and college universities. I've been to all the community colleges and all the Ivy League schools also. Like, they just had me come in, and it's been intense to have these conversations. The things I've seen that have changed, I feel families have a bigger ownership of the experience in the school. When in my generation, I think it was a lot of like, we send them to the school and like, good luck. We pull back and there's no conversation. Now, what I've been saying to families is the entire family needs to go to the school. When you're into one of these institutions, everyone should go. There shouldn't just be a single child. So I see that. I see parents having more of an ownership of the experience. I also see, and this is interesting because in my film, 2 of the kids that we cover are on scholarship and 2 are not. And I don't talk about that to make the distinction. There's a new crowd of people that are young kids of color that aren't on scholarship, that are parents paying full tuition. And their situation, our young woman Bree in the film, we see her going through it. Their situation, it's new because there's no one to talk about it.
So, Judith, tell me about what some of the challenges were as a woman, as a Black woman attending a private elite school. Were there different challenges than some of the challenges that André had?
Yeah, that's something that's pretty interesting and that I think I sensed almost immediately. That was the biggest thing that I sensed. I think when I went into the school, I thought I would notice a lot that there weren't any boys. And I was never, ever very boy crazy, but I just felt like that would be an experience I'd be missing out. And I didn't feel that way. What I did feel in some ways was a sense, whether it was coming from me or from other people, that I was sort of the masculine person. Very aggressive, or perceived to be aggressive in a different way. And
Do you think that was because of race? Or you had also mentioned, I read that you were tall.
Right,
so I don't know.
Right, and it's funny because I'm not that now, there are so many people who are taller than me, but a lot of the other girls in the class then were very small, very petite, and just, very, very different. I was, the first person who sort of really looked like me there. So, it's not, for me at least, it didn't feel like how some people have the experience of disappearing in school or disappearing in high school or in middle school. They feel invisible. I don't think I felt ever invisible. That would have been difficult, I think. So I just felt a sense of literally the space that I might take up, how I might be perceived.
And did you attribute that to being Black? I mean, was that hard for you? Did you feel like sometimes you wanted to hide, or was it something that you owned?
I think I owned it more. Like, it's funny, I didn't even think that I would get that, or no, but, senior year and you have your books, and we did funny, things that you're known for, and I was known for my laugh. I was a pretty loud person, and I think I owned it. But I do also think that I felt like I needed to be the one who was laughing and to smooth things over, to make things okay.
But I want to go back to what you're talking about, psychological homelessness. Have you, in the making of this film, or just in your life, been able to resolve that issue?
I didn't realize the huge catharsis I needed to have. I knew I had to do something, and it was bubbling up inside of me. My biggest one was the need to heal and fix a disconnection I had with my family. I really started a divorce when I went to my high school. I really was like, you know what? I often say my story is kind of a tragic tale in the sense that I went to my school and I was like, you know what? These people are successful, their families are together, therefore they must be right. Where I come from isn't like this, so it must be wrong. And I didn't have anyone say, wait a minute, young man, slow down. That's not the exact case here, And I mean, I had people probably saying it, but I was a 14, 15-year-old boy. I'm not gonna listen to anybody. I made my conclusion. And I made that mistake of running into this world saying, white is right and where I come from is wrong. I've resolved that, and fixed that and repaired my relationship with my sister, who steals a movie. I always tease, like, Robin, you're the star of the movie. But that's the story of our lives. We fixed our relationship. The reconnection I had with my father, I never imagined I would be able to rebuild something. We never tossed the ball on the front lawn. But we got to say, I love you.